All I've been doing all day is fucking streaming, fucking drawing when I wasn't streaming, drawing when I was streaming, getting my fucking tablet set up. I'm the most burned out I've ever been in my entire life. I don't know what the fuck I did. I don't know how I managed it, but suddenly I was no longer just drawing. And I know what happened actually, now that I think about it. After I finished drawing 2 pages of noise, I was like, I'm gonna try drawing a little bit of Jape fan art because Jape is heavily what inspired noise. Even though like stylistically, I'd say they're pretty different. Plot wise, pretty different. Generally, pretty different. Um, anyway, I was inspired to make it after reading Jape partly. Uh, but Jape's fucking good. You should go read it. Either way, I decided to draw a little punk, right? Like to try and draw punk from a different angle as sort of a practice of like drawing things from not just straight on because I need to get better at that, making things look 3D. And the good thing about Pump is she's got two lines on her face, which make it really easy to understand the angle and the shape of her face. Um, so I decided to draw Punk because she's fun to draw. And it went really well at first, and then I was like, I'm gonna add colors. Okay, obviously I'll add colors. So I tried coloring it in, and it just completely ruined the fucking drawing. It just looked so awful. I don't know what I did to it. I don't know why it looked so bad, but it just looked fucking terrible. But I spent so long. I like when I started coloring it, I was like, it only looks bad because I'm doing a bad job coloring it. Because the way I was doing it was like a lot of like hand coloring and stuff like that that would only look good once I then went round and made it like cleaned it up and then filled some other anyway. Yeah, so I was like, well, it only looks bad because I haven't finished it. But then I finished it and it looked horrible. It looked awful, right? And I just so that was like an hour of work, maybe less, maybe like half an hour of coloring. That was just boring, arduous work that I thought would look good and it just looked like shit. And I deleted it all, and then it was just a punk. And then I mean, the picture looks fine. Then the end product that's not what's it called? The non-colored version, like it's just line art. It looks fine. Let me get a picture of it up. Hold on a minute. There you go. I've got flux on, but you can see like I'm trying to draw her from the bottom. This was the hard bit. The top of her head. I couldn't make it look good. I still not. I'm completely happy with it, but I don't know what's wrong with it. But it was fine. Um, if you think the hair looks weird, that's just how Punk's hair is. But yeah, that's Punk. Uh, yeah, it's okay. There's a lot of stuff I feel like I could have done better. The neck, I was really struggling to get. It seemed like it was coming out at the right angle. These fucking collarbones, I'm not happy with them at all. Uh, but yeah, that's the face. I think I did relatively well, mostly because of the help of these two lines that make it really obvious where the bottom of her face is, which is very helpful for drawing. Um, but yeah, but I'd already drawn like three. I drew like a picture trying to plug in my like trying to just figure out how the tablet works, because that's the whole thing is that I just bought a new tablet, like a drawing tablet, and I was trying to figure out how it worked. So I just like drew a thing. I just like what's it called? I drew like two fucking. I drew a picture of Noise and the guy with the hat, the wizard man from Noise. That's not out yet, but you'll see in chapter 2. Uh, and yeah, I drew him and Noise as like a warm up, and it looked okay. And then started, and then I randomly drew a smoking girl, like just an unrelated drawing, as like a bit of extra practice, and like just take a break from Noise, which I think turned out pretty okay. It's quite stylized with the colouring, but I like colouring like this. It's fun and easy, and much more easy than colouring it by the Bucket tool because you don't have to worry about things like making the lines connect. I like that drawing that I did. I think it looks pretty good. Got the perspective, you really got perspective there. That looks good. I like it. I just realised I didn't even colour the inside of her hair. Fuck. Anyway, that's Smoking Girl. But yeah. I did that, and then I started drawing actual pages of the comic. But then text just doesn't like the text in Critter, which is what I'm using to draw, is just shit. Like the way text works is just fucking awful. So when I'm trying to write the actual text of the comic, it just looks like shit. And I'm thinking my handwriting is also awful, so I don't know what's better or worse, if I should just try doing really neat handwriting or if I should just continue with the text. I think stylistically the text works better, but it's a fucking pain in the ass to do in Critter. Oh, I know what I should do. I think I figured it out. Because I'm pretty, the text in GIMP is okay, so maybe I should just do the text, export the pictures to GIMP and then just put the text all in them in GIMP. I think I'm going to do that from now on. That was a good idea from me. Good job, me. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, that works. So I'll have to get rid of the text and the images I already did because it looks bad. But yeah, so I'll do that. Either way, I then drew 2 pages of the comic, right? And the second one took me ages to draw for some reason. I kept getting distracted. In fact, both of them took too long to draw because I'm still getting used to the tablet, so I'm really slow. But yeah, it's frustrating because with music I work so quickly. I've been doing music for half a decade or more, right? I just instantly can think of good music ideas, and if something's wrong with music, I know what I have to do to fix it 90% of the times because I've encountered pretty much every problem at least 10 times. The way you learn how to fix problems is by encountering them and learning, right? Through trial and error, essentially, and then you remember what you did. I don't know, say I listen to a mix and I'm it's just not popping. And I can instantly think of 5 reasons why that might be and how to fix each of those 5 reasons. Maybe it needs a bit of compression. Maybe there's not enough in the high end. Maybe the kick isn't coming through. Maybe it needs some sort of side chaining. There's all these things oh, this chord progression doesn't sound like it comes home. And I can instantly think of a sort of reason why, or this doesn't sound so interesting, all this sort of shit, right? I can instantly think of oh, this section is just not very colorful. Okay, well, I know exactly how to fix that. You just have to add something harmonic, right? Something more interesting, or all these problems that you encounter when you're making music. Oh, this the basic compositional stuff I can do. I never don't even think about it that would be a problem for me. But with drawing, I haven't encountered in most of those problems yet. So if I'm this neck is coming out of the wrong angle, I don't know what to fix about the neck to make it look like it's coming out of the right angle. It's really fucking difficult. I can sort of just from pure literally just pure taking my time doing it really slowly, doing the same lines over and over and over again until it looks right. That's how I have to do it right now. But I'm hoping that if I draw every day, I'll just get good. That's essentially how I think I should do it. But so hopefully this comic will teach me to draw. I'm hoping you'll see me improve during the process of this comic. I've got a style that worked really well on my phone when I was drawing. That's the other thing, right? Is that I've been learning to draw on my phone for this whole time, mostly. I mean, a few things I've drawn on paper, but I haven't drawn with a tablet ever before. So I've been learning to draw on my phone this whole time, and just have no fucking clue how to translate those skills over to a tablet. Now, I instantly can tell that when I do it right on the tablet, it looks better than what I can do on my phone. But my entire style has been my entire drawing style that people say they like when I post my drawings on Discord, are like art servers, right? A lot of people seem to really like the style that I've developed on my phone, but like that style doesn't translate to the tablet very well. To the like it's just sort of it's just optimized for phone usage. So that now I'm having to I've like adapted my style slightly for this comic to simplify it down so I can draw faster and to make it slightly more like appropriate for the tablet. I really need to get this, like, the thing I'm currently having trouble with is mostly colors, because it's just a pain. It's just a fucking pain because I have no idea how to do shading at all, and I'm just trying to make it so that I never have to do shading. But I'm like, yeah, there's not really light in this pink place, so it's fine. Don't worry about how nothing's shaded, because light doesn't work the same in this universe. Also, the other thing I'm having trouble with, which I don't have to deal with yet, but I will, is the fact that I have like all this fucking in-depth lore about the universe that the characters live in, and absolutely no idea how I'm going to put any of that stuff into the comic without it just being an exposition dump. Like the level of lore I have for the comic is it just keeps getting more and more complicated in my head and in that text document that I have where I plan everything out. Like, also writing is fucking hard and annoying. Everything about doing this comic instantly sucked this, like, the third day. Like, as soon as it stopped being new, like, the instant it stopped being a new thing, it just instantly became shit. It just instantly became horrible as soon as it stopped being new and interesting. As soon as it became, oh, now I have to fucking draw a comic, it's become like, oh, shit. And do you know what the worst thing is? Do you know what the fucking worst thing is? Is that in like, check time, in like an hour, I'm gonna draw again. I'm gonna try and do another page. I'm just taking a break right now. I'm watching Digibros play Dark Souls 3, right? Before I then listen to Digibro again, because he's apparently the only person on the internet that I ever listened to. When I listened to the new PCP episode, right, which has Digibro in it, because apparently I'm just a fucking internet stalker, and that's just all I can do. It's oh my god, I don't even like he's cool. The only good, like, the main good thing about Digibro is that he just has so much content that you could just never, like, I understand I understand what he's trying to do in like a general way. Like, it's very easy for me to, because I've watched a lot of his videos, it's very easy for me to understand Digibro as a person. So, like, or as a persona on the internet. It doesn't necessarily mean I know him as a real person, but I understand his persona pretty well because I've just consumed loads of his content. And because of that, it makes it easy to consume even more of his content, because I don't even have to think about, like, why the fuck would he say something like that? I can instantly understand what his thought process is, even though most of the time it's retarded. He just has so many videos. I'm never going to run out. Like, this is from 2016, when he was still doing this Digibros stuff. And now, he's like, I just randomly got into Dark Souls. Now I'm just interested in Dark Souls because he's been playing it back in 2016. So yeah, overall, just don't know what the fuck I'm doing, because this is the reason why, because I feel like I should be able to work way faster, because I'm just used to being able to work fast on music. I'm used to making constant progress for, like, when I make a song, it's just I start the song and then I just make constant progress until the end. Or if I don't, the only time I don't make constant progress is if I, like, stop, go away, and then come back to it the next day, and then I change a bit, like, I'm like, oh, that doesn't work because my ears have been rested. Right? Like, that's the only time I don't make constant progress with music. Whereas with this drawing thing, it's the exact opposite. I'm making like fucking crawling progress, and half the time I just end up deleting it and starting again, because it just, like, the entire thing I was trying to do doesn't work, because I don't know what I'm doing at all, and I'm just fucking winging it. Like, I've never in my life watched a single tutorial on how to draw or anything like that. I've never, like, don't know anyone in real life. Well, actually, that's not true. I know someone in real life who draws, but he draws, like, in a very abstract way. Like, his art is more like, doesn't normally look like people. And also he's just sick. He's just dope. And also, he never fucking shows anyone his art. He makes amazing music and he makes amazing drawings, and he just doesn't, like, he just does nothing with them. He's an idiot. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it's so fucking bullshit. It's just bullshit. Drawing is bullshit. My wrist hurts. What the fuck is that? I'm in pain from trying to do art. It's bullshit. Yeah, that's the end of this video.